Well, fancy seeing you here at this time of day, this time of year. In this neighborhood? Are you insane? This is the Demon Castle, or at least it once was. I'm back on that good Skul, the Hero Slayer. It's been, I think, since early-ish December, since we've been on some Skul doing a few runs here and there. The recent dive into several different demos and upcoming games and whatnot reminded me that, you know, Skul really did just kind of do the action roguelike thing very well, right up there with things like Hades and Dead Cells, etc. It's just one of those games that just kind of endures as a fun thing to go back to here and there. So what we're going to do today is something I wanted to do last year before I took a break from Skul, is the Skul only run. I've already started off by giving myself the Carleon Staff and the Mage's Necklace. The Mage's Necklace is like the item that we need to really turn this into ridiculous amounts of good times with just a little Skullboy on his own, but I'm sure most of you know this already. But there is one thing I need to do before we can begin, and that's change into our hero outfit. That's much better, because he is the hero of the day. Now, because we're doing a run that's, you know, decently high on the Dark Mirror scaling, I'm not going to go to 10, because 10 just makes things too tanky. I spent maybe like 150, close to 200 videos doing it on difficulty 10. Once I unlocked it, I kept it there for the entire time. But the runs, like the boss's health bars like double between like 8 and 10. It gets ridiculous. Things just take too long. We don't need to worry about that. But what we can do is break a couple of rare Skul heads, because we are allowed to take rares. But because we're doing Skul only, this just feeds into some extra bones at the very beginning that we don't need to invest into anyone else. We don't upgrade, we don't do anything with them, we just use them for Arachne's bone pillars. Now the real question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how washed are we? Having not... That's so funny, by the way, that these electric currents will stop enemies from getting in. How washed are we when it comes to playing some good old Skul? I'm thinking not too bad at the moment. The one that's going to really mess me up, I think, is the Dark Skul fight. It normally is, because for whatever reason, I just forget some of his timings when I don't play for a bit. Now, just because I'm not using any other Skuls doesn't mean I'm going to ignore the Skul rooms in the beginning. I do still want to prioritize getting those pillars upgraded. Alright, Act 1 is Act 1ing at the moment. I want to get those pillars upgraded so that we have... Oh, no. Some good passives going. Our extra health, our extra damage. Just good stuff all around. We want to get boosts going. I don't know if we're doing the full wisdom shtick, which would normally be the case. It depends on what the game decides to give us. Oh. But I have to, of course, ask, because we're in Act 1, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I just got off a full weekend. We've for the past 3 weeks on the streams, we've been doing some Neo 3. I'm a big fan of the Neo games. The third one being announced and coming out was great news to me. I couldn't wait to get in. We wrapped up the game, started New Game Plus. I'm almost at the end of New Game Plus, although to be fair, I've kind of speed ran New Game Plus a little bit. Looking forward to the end game gear grind and being able to farm up a nice couple of sets of gear and do some fun builds in that and figure out what I'm doing. In addition to that, there are still, of course, more demos, more new releases, more things on the way. I know quite a few were excited about Mugenics. I'm still doing Mugenics, don't worry. There's just a lot of stuff out at the moment. My email gets full of messages from developers either letting me know about updates to their games or new things coming out. Lots of stuff pretty much all the time. It's a lot of stuff all the time, and I don't want to like completely ignore ones that do look interesting to me. I do skip over some of the ones that I feel may not be a great fit for either the channel or because I know that me personally it's not meant for me and I'm gonna be very bad at doing justice to it. Occasionally I pick up a game here and there where I can identify, oh, this isn't really a me game, but I'll play it anyway, and ooh, no. But if that's our legendary, that kind of sucks. I should take it and break it, but I'm gonna be greedy because I feel like It's a lot of spirits. Mana bracelet's not too bad. We do need something like this. You know what? I'll take it. It's a bit of a gift. It's a bit of a gift, you know? They're throwing it out there. I may as well. That gets us our 2 wisdom. We're in 2 heirloom already, which is not bad for survivability. It's not as good as some other defensives, but it's handy. It helps out. I'm not going to take kobold. I might take some max health increases. We're going to have a surplus of money once we've gotten all the bone stuff sorted out. Having said that, do I want the insignia? Do I think I could go for some treasure at some point? Honestly, maybe not. I don't know how much I care about that. I like everything I've got right now, though. I might sell this if need be. Reroll this and see. What do we get? Is there anything worth getting? No. I would sell that and pick up something else otherwise. But getting back to what I was saying, there's a lot of like demos and news and upcoming games and whatnot, so that sometimes means I'll play less of something, you know, more consistently in favor of constantly bringing new things to your attention, you know? I like the idea of showing people... Damn, that actually hit me. I like the idea of showing people what's new and what's coming up. Whether it be, you know, the occasional new Hades-adjacent game, the ever-continuing influx of Survivor-adjacent games, things like that. Or even recently, a couple of incremental games, because they're just nice to relax to. Get me out of here. But we will get back to some more mugenics soon. Do not worry. You're stressing over it. Don't worry. I know. I hear you. I hear you. Funny cat game is funny. And no, I haven't done any save scumming stuff in mugenics yet. I am aware, though. Like, I live on the internet. I eat, sleep, and breathe just like you do. So naturally, I've kind of been... I don't want to use the word spoiled, but I have been made aware that the save scumming stuff has some funny implications when you do it in mugenics. It's just never come up, you know? Even knowing that there's like a thing that happens if you do it, I don't ever really put myself in the situation where it's like, yeah, I need to do this, because we haven't really had any runs or outcomes that make me stop and go, damn, I'm just gonna restart. I'm just gonna like save scum my way out of the situation, because that sucks. I haven't been put in that position, really. I just kind of roll with the punches, you know? I like save scumming mostly in things like, say, a Baldur's Gate 3, when I want to see different outcomes and I don't want to have to play through the entire game all over again, get up to that point just to see what happens if I make the dumb choice. You know, when the intrusive thoughts kick in, and I think to myself, what if I just sacrifice the child to a deity that definitely is not going to eat her? What if I just do that, you know? And sure enough, I'll try it, see what the outcome is, and I'll go, messed up, and then I'll, you know, go back and do what I was going to do. Which is, I myself make the deal with the evil deity. I eat the child, and then I become the powerful demon lord. That's what I would go back and redo. I shouldn't be saying that after all the funny files came out recently. I just realized that's not the kind of image I want to put on myself at this point in time. We have some artifact on board right now if I take the hate stone. That puts revenge on deck. Let's do that. I do want to get, say... mana bone, invisible knife. There's a couple of good item damage based things where we can get the dark ability to increase our item damage and make them do more. But at the moment, we're kind of just getting some good raw ass-kicking damage for ourselves. How much is it going to cost for an inscription at this point? 600? Do we do the old-fashioned revenge? Do I need revenge right now? Probably not just yet. I could put one in for wisdom and get a 4 wisdom proc, which would help us kind of roll forward at the speed of Slay. See, I would use the jumping gimmicks to get up there and skip the bottom section, but the enemies have spawned down here, and you kind of have to kill them if they spawn. It's just, I don't make the rules, I just follow them, you know? We've had no news. I know people seem to think I'm aware of everything, that when it comes to this game, I'm not. I'm aware of very little. But I know someone somewhere out there might ask me, hey Beelz, when's Skul 2? Any word on what they were talking about? No idea. I literally don't know anything. I know as much as you do. In fact, I might know less than you do. If you could believe it. But, you know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's been enough sequeling of games that I've liked, or popular games over the years, that didn't necessarily turn out the way that we would want them to.
where, not that I don't have faith in Southpaw, it's mostly that I'm worried that people will start whispering in their ear about what, you know, they should do in order to improve on their source, and, you know, you should do this and you should do that. I don't want studio meddling, I don't want outside forces. Mostly people just telling them what kind of things they want and don't want when it comes to either making the game into something it's not, you know? I don't want Skul to turn into one of those games that follows too many other trends. It's unique enough on its own with its mechanics, while also being obviously inspired by others. But I don't want it to turn into a Survivors game. I don't want it to turn into another Hades game. I don't want it to be too derivative of something where it's basically just a carbon copy. I don't want that. And I feel like some people might whisper into some ears and try and make that the case. What do I care about here? I might take the finger, to be honest. It does damage. It's one of our damaging boy items. Gives us some artifact. We like that. And it's Yig's time already. But I'm thinking of things like, the biggest outlier to me is stuff like Wizard of Legend 2. Wizard of Legend 2 came out, and I'll be very candid with you on this. I was disappointed. I know some people are like, oh, the game's fine, it's not, you know, too bad or anything like that. But Wizard of Legend 1 was just such a well-made game with such a unique feel to it. Like, it's a very good roguelike. It's challenging but rewarding. It's got so many things that you can do. I even wanted more games to borrow what they did when it came to sets, where when you get like item combinations together, it transforms into like a unique stack of those items, so that you didn't have to waste inventory space. And I said probably years ago at this point that hypothetically, if the devs wanted to make an update for Skul where they wanted to give some quality of life features, things like, say, the spirits. If you get all the spirits and you summon Oberon, once Oberon is summoned, just for having enough fairy tale, combine all of those spirits and all of those spirit-related items into like one stack, like one thing, and just call it like elemental spirits or something, and have all of them there. Maybe only have that for the actual spirits themselves, not things like the water or the elemental item. Maybe just have it for the actual spirit summoning items themselves. But you could do stuff like that. Maybe I'd take the Unknown Seed. Then again, Voodoo Doll saves me from death, gives me Artifact 4, gives me Revenge 2, and I never use Voodoo Doll. You know what? Let's take the Voodoo Doll. And when it transforms after I die, I do get a damage boost, you know? It gives me a little something. This also gives me an extra death if I find the Cudgel. I could trigger this on purpose. Ooh, now we're thinking aloud, aren't we? So Go-Getter is really good here. We probably should take Go-Getter, even if it's just the Mage's Necklace. Let's not mince words here. Mage's Necklace is doing so much work for us because of how much we're spamming our abilities. There's so many fireballs on the screen all at once. It's insane. We should take Go-Getter to boost our damage. I'll come back in maybe later, and if Collection Desire seems like a good idea. Right now it's only 4 stacks. It's not amazing. It's okay. But if we get somewhere... I mean, Silent Cries is another one we should take. Although, do I take Silent first, or do I take Go-Getter first? Maybe I take Silent first, because more fireballs on the screen is arguably just as good, if not better, because the attack itself does damage. 45% damage amp versus cooldowns. I do have Mage's Mana Bracelet, though. But if I stack them... Let's be fair. I have enough to buy it outright. Why's my doggo woofing? What's my doggo's problem now? What are we woofing at? Who said what? Whatever. Anyway, as I was saying, I was disappointed with Wizard of Legend 2 because it's not the same. And it doesn't have to be exactly the same thing, but let's use a good example like, say, Hades 2. People seemingly... I haven't kept the closest eye on general public reception to it, but if I had to be, you know, that voice in the ether, I would say that people are more fond of Hades 2 than there's more people who like it than there are those who don't like it. Coming from a, you know, did you play Hades 1 and really like it and play it a bunch? Shoutouts to Hades creators like Halion and Jawless Paul, some of the guys that I saw years and years and years ago that helped me get better at playing some Hades back in the day. I haven't got many Hades videos on my channel, more Hades 2 than 1, but I did play all of Hades 1. I unlocked, I think, everything except for like one toy, 1 or 2 of the toys that you could get back in the day. I speed ran a little bit of Hades 1. This was mostly on my stream. I didn't really put them on YouTube back then. This is years ago, back when Hades 1 had its 1.0. I use those guys to learn. By the way, Infinite Bone, the game is just giving me stuff. Like, I need to take a minute to say Infinite Bone is kind of funny here. It's not busted as it would be on a build that relies on, say, Arclich's Seal. But all of these things together is going to mean a little bit of spam. I'm not going to lie, though. I might get rid of Infinite Bone if something really good shows up and I want like, actual room. It's a bit silly at this point. But I would say more often than not, people favor Hades 2 more than 1. But I can't say the same for things like Wizard of Legend 2. I mean, I don't really hear or see much about it anymore, and I didn't really have much of a desire to go back into it after my initial big look-in into it. It's like, I know it's still being updated and it was still having stuff come out. Nah, not for me, I'm afraid, not for me. It's for someone out there. I'm sure there's people out there who really like it and they enjoy it, and I'm glad for you. I'm not saying it's the kind of game that shouldn't be made, but the different it's probably the same logic as, like, Risk of Rain 2, you know? I look at it like that. I don't think of it as, like, a terrible game. There are definitely terrible games out there, but I think it's just made to be different for different people. Like, Risk of Rain 1 and 2 are very different. Not in necessarily, like, the actual moment-to-moment stuff. Like, the goal is the same. But there are going to be people who are like, no, I don't like that one because it's, like, it's all 3D and stuff and you're running around and it's just made for someone else. Which I'm okay with that. I'm okay with saying that. I might break this and get some cash. I don't think I'm gonna find anything else, like, super stupid good if I keep rolling that down, and I'll just lose money in the end, whereas every time I roll this, there's like a 1 in 4 chance that I find something half decent, maybe? I should have taken that damn gold, although we are in the middle of Act 2. I would have liked to get Treasure 2, get the gold gain, but we can live without it. Why couldn't you be Mana Bone, by the way? Have I rolled past Mana Bone, maybe? I'm worried I'm rolling past items and I'm not even noticing while I'm ranting on about why Skul 2 is a great idea, but also a scary idea to me. Because I've seen what happens. I've seen when people get mad that the thing isn't the same. I've seen people getting mad at nothing, but I've also seen people get really mad at some things. Take that, idiot. All the fireballs plus the meteors is fantastic. Oh yeah, I'm too busy, like, getting stuck on tangents. The whole point of what I was trying to get at is if Skul 2 never actually did happen and they're like, nah, we're not going to do that, there's not enough, you know, we need publishers to be on board with it, you know, we need enough interest, you know, there's too many chefs in the kitchen, we're not sure we want to make this. If it didn't happen for whatever reason, I would not be put out necessarily, right? I wouldn't be like, damn it. I keep going to say Hades 2. It just rolls off the tongue. My Skul 2. Oh. I wouldn't be that upset. And that might bother some people, being like, you know, people see me as like a big Skul guy. I play a lot of this game. I've got, you know, thoughts and opinions and all that kind of shit, but no. It's not up to me to decide that. Does that hurt me? I don't remember. No, it doesn't. It just slows me down and stuff. I couldn't remember, because Priest Lady does have effects in her fight in the 4th act fight that do hurt you if you stand in them, kind of thing, but I don't think it does that in the earlier game. See, look at this. I'm so far out of it, I don't even remember what hurts me and what doesn't, although it doesn't really matter. We can just kind of steamroll these adventurer fights thanks to how much power we've got. Actually, speaking of which, our magic attack is only 378. We've got 2 big beat sticks. We've just got 2, well, big, this one's a small one. We've got 2 beat sticks. This is, it works. I mean, it's dubious, but it works. The other stuff, not really. We need to ditch this at some point. I'm not even worried about quintessences at the moment. Ditch that, maybe ditch that. I'd like to hold this. I'd like to hold this too, because I'm also getting Mana Cycle. We have so much cooldown, it's ridiculous. That's why I'm not too worried about this this last one over here anymore, because I was going to put points into this, but no. Typical Beelz. Thinks he's going to put points in the 3rd pillar? No. Why would I put points into the skill cooldown pillar when I can just get 1 or 2 items that do that much cooldown and more? But Beelz, the same logic applies to damage. You actually can just get items that do more damage than those. Shut up. More damage is better. But Beelz, cooldowns equal more damage. Shut up. What I'm saying is better. No, you're absolutely right. I just want to see big funny number. That's all. Is that so wrong for wanting to see big funny number? Nah, man, nah. I miss the good old days with Knights of Termination. I've been curious. I was trying for a little while to see if there was a way that I could get a hold of an old version of the game. I might have to go to the high seas to do something like that, because I don't think there's an easy way to exactly downpatch Skul to being at the version it was way back when. So I might have to do some high seas plundering. Do I take Lieweasel? I'm kind of holding out for something like Swanee. Lieweasel's cool and all, but you know, I want the Bay. I want someone who's gonna rock up and do all the cool stuff that I want. I might save my last pillar for when I get another item. Which, speaking of, let's roll it out. Aha! One of the key pieces to the puzzle, which means wisdom can be replaced with something else. Ditch you. We'll break you for now. If wisdom gets replaced, what does it get replaced into is the question. Because 5 wisdom is redundant. We don't need this. I could put a point into artifact and then find one more artifact and replace something like... Oh, damn, that's right. We've got 2 bone right now. Dude, I'm not even... I'm looking at my list of inscriptions. I didn't even notice bone. Useless, but funny that we've got 2 bone. So, I might ditch you at some point. I don't need infinite bone. We'll ditch infinite bone, pick up something that does more damage maybe, an artifact piece that gives me damage. Netherman Suppressor would be fantastic right about now. And then we can lock in and get 5 artifact. 5 artifact, 4 wisdom, Skull Run. Sounds nice when you say it out loud like that, yeah? Got an Abyssal Virus right here. But I can't do that much damage too quickly. Let's just leave and we'll come back into the next shop. Maybe after the boss fight we'll find something worth our while. Ooh. 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 Scary. Scary. Not scary at all. I'm scary. I'm saying it, but I'm... Whoa, dude. We need to get that go-getter as well. Once the sisters are done, we are going into go get her. Don't slam me, daddy. There we go. And bam, just like that, the dirt is gone. No, no, no. What I will say, though, while I'm on the topic of talking about it, or was, I'll return to it for a second. We do need more, like, 2D action roguelikes. I'm talking like Oblivion Override, Dead Cells, Skull, that kind of stuff. Not carbon copies necessarily, but we need more. More that have like just solid good combat. You know? We've got a lot of survivors, there's a lot of Hades, there's a lot of, you know, things out there that are similar. But no one's really going out of their way to do like 2D action stuff at the moment. I'm not saying it needs to happen, it's just an observation, you know? Maybe Skull 2 does need to happen in order to save the subgenre. There we go. Even the, what is it, Motion Twin? The Dead Cells guys with Windblown? Is it Windblown? I haven't played that one in a minute. I need to go back and check that one out at some point. I'm sure they've got lots and lots and lots of updates that have come out since way back when I made my last video on it, which I think was the hardest difficulty. That was a hell of a run, hell of a game. I wonder if they've changed it so that you'd have to rely a little bit less on mashing out the, No. If you remember, what was it? You had special, like, iframe attacks that you had to throw out, and it was like dashing, 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 iframe attack, iframe attack, iframe attack, to not get hit and die so that you could actually finish the hardest difficulty fights. I'm sure people have gotten really good at that by now, at that game, and just absolutely decimated at this stage. I could take the Raven Lord, but then again, Lieweasel did come back. But Raven Lord is one we haven't used in a minute, right? We haven't used Raven Lord in a while. Take it for now. Worst case scenario, we break him and we get some health. Because my HP is looking a little bit on the low side since getting rid of the incense burner. Go get her. One more to go in that. Afterwards, what do we do? What are we thinking? Kingslayer? Baby for some health, maybe? I don't know. There's a couple of things we could do. Let's start dumping a little bit into health. Just a smidge. I feel comfy when I'm, like, over 200. I feel comfy at 300, to be fair, but I just, you know, it's a comfort thing, you know? I need my comfy. How did I get that high up, man? Was my head up there? Be mad about it. Be mad about it. Ow, 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 ow. I'm getting bumped. That whip guy pushed me back and then the ogre hit me. I tried to dash past him, but I got clipped. Prayer of Grace. Couple of funnies. Couple of funnies. It's money time, though. All of these items, if I don't need them, you're turning into cash. This is going to be a bit tricky. There's only so much he can deflect until he just dies. Fella was out there parrying for his life, dude. For his life. Speaking of, I got a heal. I got way too hurt in that room. Damn, they really are throwing all of the cooldown stuff at me. That's so much cooldown stuff. Alright, we need to fix this up. We need to fix this up. We need to do something about this. I might just take Wisdom out and put it into Artifact now. Like that. The second one, though, is nothing. We don't have anything else. It's all 2s and 2s and 4s. It's all clean, dude. We don't need anything else. I need a new item. We need that new item. Which, to be fair, if I'd kept... No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I could take the wheel here just for the funnies, but I don't have another skull. I don't want to do that. I don't want to compromise my integrity by taking a... Oh, wait a minute. After image? It's another wisdom item. I don't need that, but it does... It does... Nothing real. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want after... Do I want after image? Do I really want after image? I could sell Infinite Bone for it at the very least. Whatever, dude. Take it for now. Worst case, I end up ditching my Mage's Mana bracelet at some point, but I don't want to because I want heirloom. But I could ditch the bracelet, lock in the second heirloom over there, so I have my second heirloom, and then we go with that. You know? You know? We could do that. Yeah, we could do that. Heirloom as well, if I decide to ditch. Alright, get me out, get me out, get me out. That's enough, that's enough, that's enough. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna blow up and die because I can't see shit. Whoa, what a throw, dude. He aimed that really well. Don't kill me. I can't see. I need to stand up. I need to... No, stop teleporting all over the place. I'm surprised that second one clipped me. Stop zapping me. He's so defensive with my fireballs. I had to sit next to... Health up? Thank you. I had to go and sit right next to him during that, and I didn't. Thank you. I was too busy teleporting in the wrong direction. When you start throwing this many fireballs and this much bullshit at the screen, sometimes it's really, really hard to keep track of where the hell you are and what the hell you're doing. You start stepping in goo, dude. Hello, big fella. Stop that. Not again. Not again, Freezy boy. Stop that. Stop! Die! Thank you. Sick of you. Sick of you and your attitude. Alright. What do we got? We got the ladies. The ladies with their knight. This is my chance to heal up a little bit. So if you don't mind, could you die? I need more raw go-getter damage, I think. I should go kill her. I'm leaving her alive and I shouldn't. Damn, she is healing. Here, have this. My goodness. Don't think we took any actual real damage though. So it's all up from here. Really? Really? I said this was my chance to get some health back. Wow, I'm glad I didn't take that tree at the start after the Yigs fight. Because holy crap, are they being stingy on the healing? It's okay. This is why we left some of these points in the pillar over here, because now I can just offload into the pillar. My max health goes up, and we heal because we get more health than we actually are getting max health. So we're back in business. We save some of these pillars for emergencies. Because I'm out of shape, dude. I'm not throwing the head as well as I used to, man. That's dangerous. That's so... You got the wind? Tornado dude over here? I hate you. Please kill him. Thank you. I just wanted to watch him die. Milkshake man. I went up in the air right as he threw the milkshakes. I was sabotaged by my own head. Please die. Open that. Anything we care about in there? Let me wait for this to blow up. Let's see. It's a lot of no, Steve. Magic damage for increase in attack speed. Skill casting speed is pretty nice. It's a cute item, but no. I've got no way of, like, really... If I'd taken Pain and Despair, dude. If I'd taken that Pain and Despair back at the start, can you imagine? With that kind of setup? Be pretty sick. No, 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 no. Die, all of you. Hang on, let me just check. Any... No? Bastard. Sitting here hoping for some... Just a small smackerel of healing. Wait a minute. I don't have any goddamn critical in my build, and it's not worth it. But dude, I'm telling you. If I had a little bit of crit, I should just take this anyway, right? Gunpowder is, like, unironically kind of a jam when it comes to... But I need more crit. If I had the crit. If I had Thieves... If I had Thieves to get my fat, big crit chance up, Gunpowder Sword, even in a magical build, goes off. Like, if you've got a crit build, it doesn't matter. You take it. But I don't have any crit, so I shouldn't take it. It's a mistake. It's a problem. It's bad. Don't do it. What we need... What we need is... By the way, is After Image doing anything? Jesus. Considering my fireballs are doing, like, what, 50 damage? Yeah, between 50 and 60, roughly. And I'm not swinging as much as I need to get rid of this. I'm getting rid of my After Image. I'm swinging here and there, but it's not enough. It's not enough. We need to roll down. We need to find something else. We need... what a shame I just got rid of... You know what? We're doing this, though. I don't like you. I don't want you. Get out. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. It's something, right? We get some baseline crit, we get a crit damage boost, we needed more raw damage to try and circumvent the fact that we're really not hitting that hard at the moment, but Go-Getter will help us, we just need to get the rest of what we need. Perish. I'll take Bones or money, to be fair, I don't really mind either way. Am I crazy, or is seeing the Dankar Knights... in the third act a little bit rarer. You know, like noticeably. I feel like I always see them earlier on. Stop that. You should die from there, right? Whoa, dude, I just took that explosion to the face. Money? I went to dash into it, and I good thing my heirloom procced. That would have been like, what, 30, 40 damage? Would have hurt like hell. No. Look at these goobs. No, stop it. Oh, big man. Big man. Big man. That missile is coming, dude! Alright. How are the downstairs looking? There we go. Me to your mum last night. Ah. Chimera time. This should be fine. This should be fine. We'll kill Chimera. We'll go cash in our still... I'm one bone short. It's so weird. Every time I get to the bone pillars, I'm one bone short of like a clean investment. Sucks. I need to break a rare skull somewhere. We'll wait until I think when she does her first run back and slam. And then after that, we will... Whoop! We'll, drop the... I'm sorry, the birds are not going over to her at all. They're kind of stuck. Alright. Fair enough, lad. Maybe I need to ditch my ravens. They're broken on the Joan fight too, right? They don't go upstairs, they stay on the bottom floor. Man, really, Hope Slasher? Really? Wrong run, dude. Wrong run. I'd like to see you another time. Remember the Spectre run I tried to do last time? And it just wasn't that great. I remember. I remember quite well. Yeah, they're woofing again. Yeah, you woof it. They're mad too. Look at them. You can hear them. They're pissed. Give me that. And then we've got the 3 left. I'm thinking Kingslayer, to be honest. Although, we should take Weakness Exposure. Weakness Exposure is really good. Maybe Weakness and Kingslayer, but first Weakness Exposure. We like Weakness. Weakness Exposure is kind of good. Give me 2 of those. We're fine on health. Remember I said I'd like to be around 300? We're close. We're close. 350 though? That'd be great. You know what also be great? 400. Maybe. Kinda. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, what are you guys up to at the moment? I wanted to ask this earlier, but I got stuck talking about Neo and all the other games and whatnot. What are you playing? What are you doing? How many of you are just doing the same thing that I'm doing? How many of you are on different things? What are you looking forward to? What are you excited about? I'm looking forward to checking out next month. We've got Crimson Desert coming out. A very, 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 with a capital V, ambitious title. I'm impossibly curious to see how that's going to work out. If it's going to be, you know, smash success or catastrophic failure. Because games these days seem to either fall into one of 2 categories. The Lunar Ring is a fantastic thing to find right about now. I would argue ditching my 11th Finger of Lightning for it, yes. Give me that sword, baby. Give me that sword before the end. You know you want to, do it. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, you're picking a fight with the wrong... Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's very swing happy. He's very swing happy. No, not you. Here, tell you what, if I just do this... What are you gonna do about it? What can you do about it? Nothing. Hate these little guys. I feel like the Dark Skull fight really is gonna be the Achilles heel of this build. Because I can't see very well when he's doing shit. No way. Who cares? Who cares what little Dark Skull wants to do? I got my Fulgent Dawn. No way. Wait, what the hell do I lock in for my other inscription now? I guess Mana Cycle? We don't need Mana Cycle, though. Maybe we do. Don't mind me flashbanging the screen. Getting back to it, yeah, Crimson Desert is the next, like, big thing I'm looking forward to. In terms of, like, you know, I want to see how this turns out. Not the Tornado. I didn't look at what his thing was. You've got the blowy windies, dude? That hurt like hell. I've lost so much health from that. We have to buy food in the shop, dude. We're in shambles. Wait. I'm actually falling apart. I need another inscription. Another quintessence, rather. Maybe there'll be a nice one in here for me if I ask very politely. Alright, bro. The joke was funny when you dropped the Hope Slasher. It's not funny anymore. It's just not. I think it's a sick and twisted bit of humor that you really should be ashamed of yourself for. See, at most, I'll get 5, and then I could do Collection Desire. What am I looking to get rid of, potentially? I don't want to get rid of this anymore unless it's to replace another Wisdom. If I did that, then I could lock in another Heirloom. We're kind of just sitting pretty, you know? I guess Mana Cycle is the only other thing. Let me do a roll or two and see what we find. Man, the jokes really are flooding in, giving me an item that I can only use with a teammate. God, you're just so on the ball today with the humor, aren't you? Maybe I just go for bones and just upgrade my bone pillars instead, but I do want to find an item. I really do. Wait a minute. Ah, this is going to lock me into having another one, though. I can't do this. I don't want a second one. I was going to break and get Samurai broken, but no. The goal, it's a mono skull run. We're not doing anything else. Drugs? It's a lot of money for drugs. Buy them anyway. I've got 1995 money left. It's a hell of a year. Let's buy some food. I never buy food. Let's buy some food for once. My Fulgent Dawn proccing on the dummy right before I leave the room. Couldn't have happened to a worse person. Did I just teleport into his trap? This is what I mean, man. I never thought the sentence would leave my mouth, but, you know, my head game right now, it's pretty random. He's trying so hard to approach. Get zoned out, dude. Get zoned out. If you can't get to me, I'm not letting you approach. Actually, a lot of healing right here. Nice, thank you. I needed that, like, 2 rooms ago. I don't know what's upsetting them. They're so woofy today. Then again, what doesn't upset them? I heard a sound outside. Yes, it's called the outside. There's many sounds out there. But I'm scared of the outside. It's probably what they sound like. Who is this? I didn't get the chance to see. My own ravens are blocking me. Oh, it's the slime. This is dangerous. Fulgent Dawn, Fulgent Dawn, Fulgent Dawn, Fulgent Dawn. Mage's Necklace? Oh, I tried to bait it. That's a terrible thing to happen. Aw, man. I guess what I said is true. I could just ditch the Mage's Bracelet, take 30% more damage, and then lock in Heirloom as my second. Do I want to do that, though? I don't know, man. Just do it anyway, I guess. Whatever. It's more damage. It's a little bit more. And we're kind of... That was a powerful meteor, alright? I'm just saying. That meteor was kind of him. It was meant to be. Someone's screaming at me right now. Beelz! Beelz, why would you get rid of it? It was so much cooldown, Beelz. Beelz! It's okay. It's okay. We'll live. We'll live. I hope. I really hope. I've got 3 lives anyway. I've got my voodoo doll. Technically, my voodoo doll is doing nothing but waiting to be useful. Also, thank you for not being the ninja guy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. I teleported down. I genuinely wanted to be in the air, throw my head, but my head is like all over the place, man. Tell you what, kill her. Kill her. Holy shit. I'm losing track of... No. No. Technically, yes, but no. But yes, but no. What do I ditch? If anything, I've got... Everything is so clean like this. I guess I could get rid of an artifact. Is an artifact locked, though? Three, 4, 5. Yeah, it is. It's locked. My 6th one is in the inscription machine. Man. It's funny how necklace is the only one that isn't sharing anything right now, but I'm going to lock in that heirloom. My crit chance goes up by 25%. Oh. 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 So hang on, wait, 25%, what am I at? 20, I get to 45%, so what's that, 90% more magic attack? That's pretty big. It's pretty big, pretty huge. It's pretty big. Is that better than Artifact 6, I think? I gotta keep that. I want to keep that. Although, I could ditch Hate Stone, but then again, Hate Stone works. I'm getting hit a lot. I could ditch Hate Stone, take it, and then just lock in Revenge as my second, because I don't want to lose Wisdom at the moment. That's annoying. I should just ditch this. But I was thinking about getting Collection Desire, and if I want to get Collection Desire, I should save the spoils. And if I knock this, I can just put in Revenge. Yeah, no, we'll do that. I know it's not what you would do. I know. We are different individuals. I'm much dumber than you. Much dumber than... I've maxed it, damn it. I need to heal. Much dumber than you. For example, I got hit a lot by that archer lady, when normally I wouldn't. Because I lost track of where my head was in that. Oh, that's a lot of dudes swinging down there. I will say, though, I went down there and only threw a handful of attacks. It's really good damage. It's just delayed damage, you know? You gotta wait a second for it to, I teleported back into it. Stop! No, stop pressing the button. Stop pressing the button. I'm trying my best, but my head is ricocheting in random directions. It's going off into the distance, and wow. And it's making it very, very difficult to keep track of where I am. We need a little bit more. Maybe it's all part of my master plan. Maybe that's all it is, you know? Maybe you just don't know any better. And it's actually just a matter of I'm getting hurt on purpose so that I can trigger Voodoo Doll. You know? Are you aware that that's my plan? What's that? No, you're not. Well, now you are. That's my plan. It's all been deliberate right from the start. Right from when I picked it up. I've been tempering your expectations of me. No, don't hit me there. Don't tell... Actually, no, it was a good teleport. It was a good teleport. It's fine. Say hi to Oscar. See you later, Oscar. Is that enough? That puts me over 45. We definitely don't need any more than 45, right? We can do item rooms now. I gotta be so careful here, dude. I'm gonna teleport into that trap. I can feel it. And these little stupid attacks from dickhead upstairs, thank you, are getting in my way. We are so hurt. He's washed. He's so washed, dude. Hang on. Or so you thought. He weaves. He bobs. He ducks. He weaves. He runs the fuck away. Because these balls are annoying to deal with. How are you not dead yet, dude? Perish. Pop the quint. Pop the quint. My damage is ass. He's still not dead. Get rid of Raven. Please get rid of Raven. I need something else. There we go. There we go. There we go. The egg! Magic power increases by 100%, and it does. Fuck off! I'm getting hit by balls. 100%. It doubles upon surviving death one time or more, which technically we have the voodoo doll. Balls do I want? That's a mistake. That's such a mistake. I shouldn't take an omen. But it's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. And I would just ditch a basic Kalan stuff. I lose spoils, which puts me down to 3. I go back up to 4, which is only a 75% damage increase. I could buy an extra life. I could just have a lot of lives. I like the egg. Egg funny. Bye. Ugh. I can't tell if this is better or worse. I can't see the screen anymore, but easily with him. So the goal. The problem, we no longer need artifact locked in. We can go down to 4. So what I need to do is put points into probably my revenge again. We have to go back into revenge. Revenge and mana cycle. So let's do that. Oh no, heirloom. What am I talking about? I lost my heirloom before. I need to get my heirloom back. No, my heirloom is fine. Where'd my other heirloom come? I thought I got rid of my other heirloom. Oh, the arrow had heirloom. I didn't even notice. Cool, we kept our heirloom the whole time. Which means I'm just getting hit because I'm bad. Cycle, yeah. Right, we now have 5, which means 125% damage increase if I decide to get Collection Desire, which would be really good because right now we are just getting bullied. Because dudes are not dying quickly enough and I'm not evading good enough. I mean, low damage isn't the issue. The main issue is I'm not dodging. And I shouldn't say low damage. I mean, me saying that's going to give you the wrong impression. We are not doing low damage. I'm just not killing quick enough to be degenerate with our damage sources. I hate when he does that lightning attack. The big one sometimes catches me. Oh, we're good. We can go out of here. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Annoying. Don't do it. I thought I had more fireballs on him. There, you're dead. Give me that. Get me up. Ooh. Mistakes were made, sir. Mistakes were made. Bone of Madness is a fun one. I feel like... Do people use Bone of Madness? Do you use the Bone of Madness? I feel like I don't really think about this very often. I see it and I think to myself, oh yeah, Bone of Madness. That's a cool thing, and I've never really thought about using... Oh my god. Using it ever. The one time I expected my head to be in the air already so I could teleport up and avoid that big wave of damage, and sure enough, no. Oh my god, we antagonized the... How did you get involved in this, dude? He was upstairs over here, wasn't he? Damn, some people over here are, like, dying already. How? Why? Whatever, dude. Joan fight! Yay! The regular rooms are more difficult than this. I've got 89% proc on the arrow. I thought I should be at... Oh, it's 2%. It's 2% per one. If it's 2% per one, shouldn't that be 90 clean? Why does it say 80, 89? Are we rounding down on me? That 1% damage is going to be the difference. If I lose and the boss is on like one smackerel, one tiny little micromillimeter of life left. I'm gonna be pissed. I also think I should use Raven in phase 1 here, because I'm at least fairly sure it's broken and does not go upstairs to fight Joan proper in the second phase of this fight. Having said that, we're doing a bit of damage over here, so I may not worry too much about it. I might hold it and just see. Even though I'm quite confident that it's busted. I could have actually farmed the statues for some healing in here. Yeah, you guys are going to stay down here, aren't you? Ah, that sucks. I don't think they reach high enough with their explosion either. Yeah, they're not coming up, are they? Help, she's doing balls. Lady, you might just die before... Are you doing something? Just hit her. Just hit her. I got bopped by the swirling ball right at the very end. It's amazing how, like, the boss fights are so much easier. Up to this point. Yay! Yay! Friggin' yay! Two of the best things side by side. And damn it, I can only take one. Yes. We need this. This is really good. Like, if I could have gotten... Did I go past a circulator in the middle of the run? I don't want to think I did, but if I did, it's bad. Circulator on this build equals, like, dummy infinite spam. You get that plus your... I mean, you don't even really need silent cries at that point. If you have them, it's stupid. We got rid of all of our cooldown stuff because I don't really think I need it that badly. But if I did want to get one, this is the one. But suppressor... You know what sucks? I went out of Artifact. I literally took out of Artifact and went into Mana Cycle. If I take this back, then I need to go back into Artifact. And replace you. Yeah, okay. It'd be silly not to, right? Like, it would be really, 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 really unfortunate and silly not to. We put the point back into Artifact, take one out of Cycle, which would also make my... collection desire worse, but only by 25%. 25% for the missile effect is probably... For the Meteor percent effect is probably good. Or, hear me out, I do Kingslayer. It's collection or Kingslayer at this point? Kingslayer to make the Dark Skull fights faster and to make Dad phases faster. Also makes the Alex phases faster. I feel like... I know people don't like Kingslayer as much anymore since it's nerf. It used to be 15%. But the fact that there are just so many bosses at this stage of the run left, we've still got so much time left to go. We've got to do Dad 1 and 2, Dark Skull 1 and 2, Alexander 1, 2, 3. There's technically 7 boss phases left. 7 times that this effect will proc. As opposed to this, which would be... for a total of 100% more damage, which is nice. We'd get close to 1,000. But at how much we've got right now, I feel like it's fine. But then again, if I take Collection Desire and I just do that much more damage, then I'll just kill the boss fast enough that Kingslayer is not necessary anyway. You know, it's redundant at that point. Kingslayer helps you out with getting that little bit of extra DPS that you don't already have. But if I take this, I get that damage already. The numbers go up and he just dies. Like... Hypothetically, if Kingslayer were to save you, let's say, 10 seconds of a fight, just hypothetical sake, wouldn't taking this over the course of the whole fight already save you more than 10 seconds of the fight? It would, wouldn't it? That's just the way that it works. The only reason that this would be better in this situation is if the boss does something really dangerous when he's low on health and you want specifically the last, like, 25 to 30% of the phase to be over faster. That's why an execute effect is better than a preemptive effect. I think Astral Ascent has that with the... Is it Sora's? No, Sora's is the guy from Grand Blue Fantasy. The bird lady who, when you start a fight... is it the bird lady? No, it's the wolf. The wolf thing. Where the fight starts and they take off like 20-30% of the boss's health at the very beginning of the fight. All that does is it pushes you closer to the danger zone. It's a good effect. It shortens the fight. But most bosses do their most dangerous stuff when they're closer to dying. So if you can skip more of that phase, that's good. Having said that, I could also take Last Resistance and get an extra revive. That way the egg gets more chance to affect. But The Voodoo Doll's going to do that for me, but the Voodoo Doll doesn't bring me back on a lot of health. If I take this, I've got Last Resistance, Voodoo Doll, my first life, and my second life. I kind of want to fuck with the idea of having lots of lives. 2 lives, plus Voodoo Doll, plus Resistance. The unkillable Skull Run. It's funny, because if I decide to name it that, I was 1 short, by the way. I did not need all those extra ones, but it's okay, we get some more of this. Nether Mana Suppressor is maxed out anyway, so it's fine. If I decide to name this the Unkillable Skull Run, and you guys are seeing the beginning of the run where I'm getting hit a lot, or at least in the middle point where I'm like, I need to buy food, I'm dying, it's gonna be funny because you're like, wait, this is not unkillable, he's really bad, he's getting hit by everything. Lou! I've seen a lot of spirits this run too, haven't I? This friggin' sucks. But no invisible knife. If I got the knife right now, I'd be ditching Voodoo Doll. I can't, actually, I need it for the revenge. So... actually, I need the thing locked in for revenge either way. It's just artifact from here. Thanks. I can't afford food, I can't afford drugs, I can't afford anything. Man, it sucks being the best. But now you know why it's called that. Now you know why the name is what it is. Because I just have so many lives, dude. If I had the cudgel, I'd be laughing right now. But, Beelz, the cudgel is a physical item. Why would you want to use the Because, I'm glad you asked. It gives you, all of the effects it gives you are really good for magic builds, except for the one that gives you more physical damage. That's it. But you get extra life, you get a big, juicy damage reduction effect, a big, like, an amplified damage reduction effect that scales really well. One of the best defensive effects in the game. And whenever you use a skill, you do a little ground quake that does damage. It is physical damage. But have you seen how many skills we're spamming? We're going to get more use out of that with little Skullboy here than most power skulls, who would want to use the cudgel, because their cooldowns are big and juicy and slow. Dad! It's been at least like 2 months. How are you? I'm gonna try my best to see and not get hit by stupid shit here. But I can't promise. That hit me. Thank you, Heirloom. Yeah! It's like he says dad when he lands. He jumps up in the air and then he lands and he goes, dad! One of these, I'm waiting for the one, I'm waiting. He's got an attack that, I recognize, but he's not doing it. Maybe I was waiting for, no, I'm waiting for, embarrassing. I'm waiting for him to do the swipe that shoots. He does a thing where he dashes at you and he goes shoot, shoot, shoot. And he does like 3 dashes and he does like an air swipe and shoots a beam out of the ground and shit like that. Maybe I'm expecting too much from phase 1. We need to be conservative with our head toss spam because I'd like to be able to see what the fuck all is going on. Swoosh, swoosh. I pop this now. Before he becomes immune to damage. He's not screaming at me yet. Now he is. Ow. Nice damage window right here. Which also puts him in prime suck range. We've got to be careful. He's going to do 3 of these. And then he might suck afterwards, so be ready to run. Dude, no! I literally said it, I just couldn't get away in time. Holy shit, dude. I wanted to throw my head to maybe... That spike poked me in the booty? Raven, kill him. Daddy's ballsack is out. I don't like it when Daddy's ballsack is out. My fireballs are split between ballsack and Dad. It's fine. It's over. I got yoinked. I even called it. I'm like, he's gonna do the suck. I ended up like right here above his head. I wanted to be on this side. I was gonna throw my head to the right and go over to the wall. But yeah, I think I just lost track of where my head went. I had to like stop. If anything, the best solution there would have been to stop doing anything and just wait for him to do it and just bait it out and be like, right, do the suck. Because once he's done it, it's like, I'm assuming it's like a minute cooldown between every time he can do it. He doesn't do it too often. Normally once per fight, if that. Unless you've got really low damage, and then you might be a little bit worried. In which case, you know, I don't know. Depending on your quintessence, track your quintessence cooldowns and use like 2 quintessences in between each time you're worried about a suck or something like that. Doesn't matter, because we full heal now anyway. Thankfully, the devs were nice enough to know that after each one of these fights, you might need a top-up. The 5th meteor is replaced by even more meteors and a single massive meteor. Or the amplified wisdom. I'm not gonna lie, we'll take modified artifact. Wisdom is the smarter choice, it always is. Raw damage is just so good in this game. Especially multiplicative damage, like the amplifiers and stuff like that. But when was the last time I used modified artifact? Let's get a look at some big balls falling from the sky. It's thematic, right? We're shooting tons of fireballs, we've got meteors from the sky. It's cool. By the way, I keep the boss music kind of down lower in the game, just so I can, you know, hear combat noises and commentary and stuff like that. Have you, like, properly listened to the Dark Skull, like, theme in a minute? This guy's theme goes hard, man. I haven't heard it in ages, since he, like, first came out. Like, I listened to it properly back then. I haven't heard it since. I'm waiting for all of his bones to land. That's a big-ass meteor, dude. There we go. Now? I landed into the swing of the weapon. I went to go over, to go, like, forward. I just, like, literally landed on him. Embarrassing for me. Oh, we took some damage there. I think I got hit by a lot of his ribcage shit. And he's dead. Thank you. Not too much damage there. Got hit a little bit, but not too bad. Not as bad as getting the suck from Dad, but, you know, phase 2 is where it's gonna go shitty. Not being able to see what this dickhead here is doing is... it always sucks. Like, what is he doing right now? No. I got slammed. He's punching. He's punching, throw some head. He's slamming, throw some head. He's running into the wall, throw some head. He's doing the ground slam shit. Be in the air. I'm just not gonna throw head just yet, throw head now. I'm walking away because he's gonna do something silly like his ult. Maybe it's the, yeah, Speed Boy. That damaged me, that sucks ass. I'm dashing way too early. There we go. I'm moving on bloody Neo dash time, dude. I've been playing a very, very fast-paced action game for like 3 weeks. So naturally, my goddamn timing has gone to the shitters when it comes to Skul, because it's a different timing, it's a different pace completely. Although, we might be triggering... Yeah, I knew I was already in the air. Oof. Are we not going to get... I was gonna say, dude, you're just gonna die at this rate. There we go. Dude, if I popped bloody... Oof. Ow. If I popped Raven a little bit earlier, Pop it now. Yeah, it's too late. I should have just used it earlier. I'm like, I'm gonna wait. He'll ult at like, I don't know, 30% or something, and I'll use it afterwards. No need. Anyway, Envious Tibia so that we can break some shit. Maybe my claim that it's the unkillable Skull run is not completely misguided. Although, if this was DM10, I probably would have lost a life on Dad by that point, because getting sucked by Dad in DM10, in some cases, is a run killer. Like, you don't want that to happen, ever. You can't come back from it, but it's so bad, because it normally means he gets another ult off when he normally would only get 1 or 2. But if he sucks and gets enough health back, he just goes again. It just buys him extra time. So much extra time, too. I'm getting clipped by that, dude. Where am I? Oh, I'm on the right side. I was on the left. Big Meteor! Eat shit! I'm on the left side. I'm on the left side. I'm stuck in the wall. I'm against him. I'm against him. I'm against him. I'm against him. We're hitting him. We're hitting him. We're hitting him. He's activating black magic. He is summoning horrors untold. Joke's on you. You died mid-transition. My Meteor game is insane. Oh, the flashbang. I think the hardest part is over. Like, once you get past Dark Skull and Dad... Alex... I mean, he has a few things he get... That goddamn, the purple that he can do. I think that's the worst he can do. When he fires big damaging purple ball. Stop! I want to go to the left! How is my head ending up on the right when I want to go left? I'm throwing it to the left. I'm so lost. Alright, I'll go right now. Alright, I'll go left now. I'll go right now. I'm gonna activate my ravens. Here it is. I've taken a decent chunk of damage already just because I'm getting lost, man. I'm lost in the sauce. Bong. Our favorite sound. There we go. Could I buy a little time to do some big dumb damage to this idiot, please? Alright. Set up the boom. Probably should die on purpose at least a couple of times to trigger some of these effects, dude. We haven't had Voodoo Doll do anything yet. I'm just gonna stand here. I'm not dodging. We're just gonna stand here and hammer away. If you can kill me, Alex, good for you. Oh, wait. Maybe I need to avoid some of this. Now, you know what? Fuck it. I'm standing right still. Giant Meteor? We tanked that. That's a Voodoo Doll, right? Yes. Voodoo Doll broken, not last resistance, let alone our other life. Damage. Oh. Wait, you know what? No, I'm not avoiding that. I'm gonna stand right here. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, my next life broken? Is that Dark Resistance? It might be. Dark Resistance procced. I've still got another life left. 2, in fact, if you include the final one. Look at all my bone bits everywhere. I've got 2 clubs, several rib cages. Like a graveyard out here. Funny, man. Was it resistance? It was. I just had to check. He's gonna laugh at me in a minute. I'm just gonna use my ravens now. No idea. I'm going all over the place, dude. I feel like... There he goes. I feel like old man Alex is just as lost on the screen as me. And I still had another life left. And it's... I don't... Did it get a chance? I don't think it did. It proc from losing. It should have. Yes, it should have procced after the first one. What's our damage at? 1098. Yeah, it definitely procced. Yippee! A really goofy little skull run at the end there. All things considered, I could have afforded to play a lot sloppier on the Dad and Dark Skull fights. I didn't realize just how much value we got from all those extra lives. That I could just stand there and tank some of the biggest damage that Alex can do and it wouldn't even matter. Oh well. All good. All good. Now, let me know, as I said before, what you guys are up to right now. I'm curious what people are playing, what they're interested in. Any people playing some, what was it? High Guard? High Guard was the topic of the day a few weeks ago. Maybe some maybe we have some enjoyers of the Neo 3 as well. I doubt it, but if so, let me know. But in any case, I've got nothing else to say about the Skull Run. The Skull Run itself went absolutely fine. Fantastic even, you know, stupid survivability. All I needed was some more healing in that build and I would have been great. Would have been really good for anyone, to be honest, not even just like basic Skull. That would have been just a really good magic run in general. But with all of that said and done, I've got to get out of here because I've enjoyed some Skull and I will see you all again next time. Have a good one.